What if you could plug a USB stick into any computer, Windows, Mac, Linux, and have a full AI coding agent ready to go in under a minute? No installation, no subscription, no GPU. That's exactly what OpenClaude Portable does. So this isn't some hypothetical thing. OpenClaude Portable is an open source project on GitHub, MIT licensed, actively maintained. It packages the OpenClaude engine into a single folder with its own Node.js runtime, a web dashboard, and a speed proxy. Everything stays on the drive, and in the next few minutes I'm going to walk you through exactly how to set it up, which free AI providers to use, how to run it fully offline, and honestly, where it falls short compared to the real Claude code. But first, why would anyone want this? Look, if you're on your own dev machine, just install Claude code normally. Done. But there are a bunch of situations where that's not an option. University computers where you can't install anything. Client sites where you don't want to leave API keys lying around. A friend's laptop. A hotel business center. Or maybe you just don't want to pay $20 a month for a subscription. OpenClaude Portable handles all of that. And here's the kicker. When you unplug, zero traces. No config files, no environment variables, no chat history left behind. It's like you were never there. Now, what do you actually need? Almost nothing. A USB drive with at least 2 gigs free. Internet for the initial setup. A free API key. We'll get to that. And that's it. No GPU. The base install is about 150 megabytes. So let's set it up. I'll start with Windows because that's what most people are running. We tested this on a completely fresh Windows 11 machine. Nothing pre-installed. Took about 8 minutes total. Step 1. Go to the OpenClaude Portable repo on GitHub, download the zip, and extract it to your USB drive. You'll see a folder with start.bat right at the root. That's your entry point. Double-click start.bat. On the first run, it automatically pulls down a portable Node.js runtime, about 25 megs, and the OpenClaude engine, another 5 megs. Nothing gets installed system-wide. Everything lands inside that folder on your USB. Then you get this nice menu. 5 options. Normal mode, a limitless mode that auto-executes commands, the web dashboard, a provider switcher, and offline setup. For now, just pick option 4 to set up your provider first. Here's the thing. OpenClaude Portable supports 6 different AI providers, and the 2 best free options are genuinely good enough for real work. NVIDIA NIM is my recommendation for getting started. You get 1,000 free credits per month, no credit card. Sign up at build.nvidia.com, grab an API key, paste it into OpenClaude, and you're coding. Models like GLM4 and Nematron are solid for free tier stuff. OpenRouter is another solid free option. Multiple models through one API key. Google Gemini has a free tier too with Flash and Pro models. And if you already have Anthropic or OpenAI keys, those work as well. You can switch anytime from the main menu, and your API key gets saved to a file called AI Settings ENV inside the data folder on your USB drive. It never touches the host machine environment. It travels with the drive wherever you go. Now select option 1, normal mode, and you're in. You've got a full coding agent in your terminal. It can create files, edit code, run shell commands, do multi-step reasoning. Basically, everything you'd expect from Claude code. From a USB stick. And if you close mid-session, no problem. There's a resume.bat script. Pass it your session ID, and you pick up exactly where you left off. Context, history, everything. Saved right there on the drive. But here's where it gets really cool. That same USB folder works on Mac and Linux too. Just run start.sh instead of the batch file. The only dependency is curl, which is already installed on basically every Unix system. It auto-detects your platform and grabs the right Node.js binary, and the data folder is shared. Set things up on Windows, plug the same USB into a Linux box, and your chat history, provider config, session data, all just there. Zero reconfiguration. That's genuinely useful. Now, this is where things get really interesting. You can run OpenClaude completely offline. No internet, no API calls, no cost. Ever. Select option 5 from the menu. It downloads a portable Ollama binary, and whichever model you pick, straight onto the USB drive. After that initial download, you never need internet again. Plug in, run, code. Anywhere. But here's the problem with running small models locally. OpenClaude's system prompt is like 10,000 tokens. Way too much for a tiny model on CPU. So they built a speed proxy that intercepts every request and trims it down to about 300 tokens. Result? First token latency drops from over a minute down to 5 to 20 seconds. That's a 90% cut. For models, you've got 3 good choices. Gemma 3.1b is the smallest at 800 megs. Fast, good for simple stuff. Qwen 2.5 at 1.5 gigs is a nice middle ground. And Phi 3 Mini at 2.3 gigs handles complex multi-step reasoning. Pro tip: if your USB is slow, just copy the Ollama folder to the host's SSD temporarily. Now, not everyone wants to live in the terminal, and OpenClaude Portable has you covered. Hit option 3 and it opens a web dashboard at localhost 3000. You get a ChatGPT-style interface, agent mode with tool cards, a thinking visualization that shows you the model's reasoning process. Pretty slick for a USB app. There's also a file browser built in, and your chat history persists across sessions on the USB. For people who find terminal-based tools intimidating, this is a game changer. Full coding agent power in a chat window. No command line required. All right, let's be honest about what you're getting and what you're giving up. Because OpenClaude Portable is cool, but it's not official Claude code. OpenClaude wins on portability, cost, and flexibility. Free, 6 providers, offline mode, web dashboard, no install. But official Claude code with Opus or Sonnet? Still the gold standard for code quality. Full MCP ecosystem, custom skills, hooks. That's a mature platform. OpenClaude has basic MCP support, but it's not the same league. My honest take? If you're doing serious production work and can swing $20 a month, use the real thing. But as a portable secondary tool, or a way to experiment with AI coding for free, OpenClaude Portable is genuinely impressive. These aren't competing, they're complementary. On the security side, OpenClaude redirects all the standard config directories to the data folder on your drive. XDG config, XDG data, Claude config directory, all pointed at the USB. Normal mode asks before every file write or shell command. You approve everything. That said, important caveat, this is a community project, not affiliated with Anthropic. MIT license means no warranty. If you're handling anything sensitive, read through start.bat and localproxy.js before you run it. Trust, but verify, especially with something that touches your API keys. Quick reference on drive sizes. The base install is 150 megs. If you just want cloud providers, a 2 gig USB is plenty. Want offline models? Gemma 3 is 800 megs, Qwen is 1 gig, Phi 3 Mini is 2.3 gigs. A 16 gig drive handles everything comfortably. And if you want to go deeper, the upstream OpenClaude engine, the core that Portable wraps, is also open source on GitHub. Fork it, contribute, customize. It's all there. Now, if you're already using the official Claude code and want to level up, we've got a power user kit with advanced skills and configurations. Links in the description. It's built for people who are serious about getting the most out of their setup. And there's also the AI coding agent blueprints. Workflow templates for building with any AI coding agent, not just Claude code. Both links are below. So to wrap it up, 150 megs, 15 minutes, and you've got a portable AI coding agent that works on any machine from a USB stick. 6 providers, including free ones. Fully offline if you want. Honestly, for a free open source project, pretty remarkable.